Hello? Hello? Oh, hey, I see Gacha Gaming here, and I would like to say, and I'm proud to say this as well, that this is officially my first ever 5 nights at Freddy's theory. It took over a year, but I'm finally doing it, and it's about the Five Nights at Freddy's Security Breach Ruined DLC. I think everyone saw that coming, but I'd like to focus on two main things. One, the hallucination Bonnie at the end, and the Glamrock Freddy. So, without further ado, as long as you respect my opinions and I respect yours, let's get into the theory. Now in the background you can see the Ruined DLC trailer. Now, in all honesty, I don't think the Burn Trap ending is the canon ending. Neither do I think the Save Vanny ending is the canon ending. So hear me out. I think the Burn Trap ending is not canon because obviously the Pizzaplex is in disrepair, it's destroyed, but I think Vanny would have died and the mask would have been destroyed. And with the Save Vanny ending, the Pizzaplex wasn't in that much disrepair. So it wouldn't really make sense for that to be canon. And in just a few more seconds, you'll be able to see the glitching rabbit. That, me personally, I think that's the manifestation of Glamrock Bonnie. Here it is. Alright, so this thing right here is what I believe to be Glamrock Bonnie. And not Glitch Trap or Burn Trap or any other type of William Afton or Mimic or whatever the hell you want to say it is. I think it's Glamrock Bonnie. And specifically Glamrock Bonnie after he got decommissioned by Monty. Or Vanny or whoever decommissioned him. Now, I don't think this is a physical form of Glamrock Bonnie. I think it's actually what we see through the Vanny mask on the camera stations throughout the Pizzaplex. And hear me out. In a bit I'll show you I'll show you what I mean by over the camera stations using the Vanny mask right now actually. Now this is the camera station from the Ruined DLC trailer and the Steelwool website for FNAF Security Breach. Now, what I personally believe is that we will be able to look through this camera when we find the Vanny mask, and when we put it on, we will be able to see through the cameras with a glitch effect. And I think sometimes on the cameras there'll be glitches where we can see past events. Now, what I mean by that is, sometimes they'll glitch out and show us like a camera shot of the Pizzaplex in, working hours, and we'll get to see a bunch of people there. Or maybe the Five Nights at Freddy's movie trailer. But I think from time to time, not really rare, but from time to time, we'll see Glamrock Bonnie, the hallucination, walking around. And sometimes that shot from the trailer will appear as if he, looks at the camera. Here's what I mean by that. I'll show you a representation of what I mean by it. And here it is. Now I know that's not the best representation in the world, but still a representation of what I think it could look like. I'll show a better representation in a little bit, but I personally think that on the cameras, a Glamrock Bonnie will sometimes act like Phantom Balloon Boy from FNAF 3, or maybe the Penguin from Five Nights at Candy's 2. He might act like that. I'll show you now what I mean that could be like. And here it is. Now here's an edited version of the FNAF movie trailer to show what I think it could look like either during opening hours or what it could look like over the cameras. So here it is.
Welcome to Freddy Fazbear's Pizzeria,
where fantasy and fun
come to life.
hit it, guys.
We're going to have so much fun together.
Now this is a screenshot from the DLC trailer, as you probably would have guessed because you saw it just before the sun and moon appeared. And it is obviously of Glamrock Freddy. You can tell by the legs, the colour scheme and all that. It's Glamrock Freddy. Now, here's my question. What and how did Glamrock Freddy end up like this? How did he end up like this? Why is he like this? We know why, because the Pizzaplex is destroyed. But how? How did he end up like this? And if it wasn't like the Save Vanny ending that is in canon, then how did he end up like this? It can't be the runaway ending where him and Gregory run off together, because Freddy wouldn't even be close to the Pizzaplex. That wouldn't make sense. If it was the burn trap ending, how would he have hoisted himself out of that pit? Would he have just left Gregory down there? That doesn't make sense. Where's the blob? Like, wouldn't the blob have just carried him back if he was stuck under the rubble and tried to escape? And either way, if he did get up, how did he, why would he look like this? Why would there not be more destroyed parts? Is this place down in the hole where we are right now? Is this where the FNAF 6 pizza location is? There's so many questions on how this could be possible, and how Glamrock Freddy is here. Is it the Save Vanny ending? If so, how is the Pizzaplex in such distraught? Obviously it could be years later, or it probably is years later, but I don't know about you, I've never seen a place, say Security Breach takes place in 2029, and Ruin takes place just 5 years later, say that, maybe even, I don't know, because Cassie is quite young, and Gregory seems to know her. I wouldn't put it past this place just being months old. I wouldn't put it past that, but still, how would Gregory be alive? I wouldn't put it past this place being just a few months old. But then again, it could be years old. It could be 3 years old. And Gregory seems to be about 12. So that could mean Cassie was a 9-year-old that was friends with Gregory. Maybe even his sister. But, how is Freddy here, though? If the Save Vanny ending is canon, how is the Pizzaplex in this amount of distraught? Just over time? But if it's the burn trap ending, how is Freddy out of the hole? Where's how does he look like this? What happened to the blob? What happened to burn trap? That's why I don't think Freddy this is actually what happened. I don't think it's the Save Vanny ending or the burn trap ending. I think it's both. And hear me out on that. I think the actual ending would start out as the burn trap ending up until the cutscene. And until after the cutscene. When the cutscene ends, it's like a Save Vanny ending type thing. That cutscene. Freddy hoists himself out of the hole. Vanny sees him and says, "Disassemble Freddy." Because Vanny probably would have accidentally have a second mask. Because both masks she has are different masks. And she would have both of them. She'd say, "Disassemble Freddy." Freddy gets disassembled. She'd go back into the Pizzaplex and accidentally lose the mask when trying to look for Burn Trap. And no matter where, and she'd lose it in the daycare where we find it. And then she'd just disappear. She'd just run off. Go to kill again. And because Burn Trap has probably been absorbed by the blob, she wouldn't be under his control. She'd be under the blob's control. What do you think about that theory right there? I honestly think it's actually quite a good theory, but it has its flaws. Like, I wouldn't really say in it, but that's about all I can think of for this. So, yeah. So, in conclusion, do I actually think Steel Wool is gonna go with something like this? No. I don't actually think they're gonna go with like a Bonnie hallucination thing. Now that I look at it, I do actually think it would be a glitch trap taking somewhat of a different form, like a Glamrock form. But don't let me spoil my own fun. I do think personally it would be cool if this is Glamrock Bonnie, a manifestation of Glamrock Bonnie taking taking down the cameras because he's working for Glitch Trap. I do think that would be sick. Do I actually think Freddy would, do I actually think the Burn Trap ending and Save Vanny ending aren't canon? Yeah. I don't think they are exactly canon, but I do think the Save Vanny ending is more likely to be canon than the Burn Trap ending. But in conclusion, for me, I think this was a pretty successful episode, and I think, to be honest, Security Breach is actually quite a good game. I have so much fun enjoying and playing through it, and to be honest, I like it. So, without further ado, I'll see you all next time. Bye bye.